Howdy ho, Arkansas Pilgrim here, out in my shop, and I've got a project that it's needed to be done for a long time. Quite a long time ago, I put these fluorescent lights up, and they're actually, a few of them have burned out. I've replaced most of them with LED type tubes. But my original plan was to have, lights all the way across the shop because, well, it needs it. I ended up doing a lot of stuff in here with a flashlight just so I can see better, even if I've got the doors open and these lights here on. I actually even wired it. Hang on a sec. Actually even wired it up for 4 sets of lights. So I don't have to turn them all on at once. And even there's the wires. See all the wires ready to go out and do the other 3 rows of lights. Well, the problem is where I placed these. I didn't do a good engineer thing. I did an OCD person kind of thing, or a math person kind of thing. I just said, hey, I'm going to do 4 rows of lights. That seems good enough. And it probably doesn't match OSHA standards, but that doesn't matter. So I said, okay, 4 rows of lights. That'll be 3 spaces in between. And then, 2, space on either side. I'll go ahead and make the spaces on either side like half of what the spaces in between would be, so I could have them evenly spaced and everything would look perfect. So I put this one there, and the next we're going to be evenly spaced across and then have the same amount of space to the wall over there as there would be here. Well, the problem with that is, okay, I'm looking straight up at the lights right now. And now I'm looking straight down where the lights shine over. But you might notice there's the workbench. So when I step up to the workbench and the lights are on, it throws my shadow right into what I'm working on. So that's not good. And it's one of those things where, you may think about something, but you got to make sure you think right about it. Well, I also evenly spaced the lights out along the length, which ends up, the way these lights are set up, ends up putting some like right over the door. But even though I've got 2 workbenches here and here, or you could say it's one long workbench, I'm gonna hang some new. I'm gonna take these lights down. Actually, I'm gonna put the new lights up first, but I'm gonna take these ones down and probably put them over on the other side, the far side of the barn, and rearrange them a little. But I'm just going to put a light right over each workbench. Actually, I'm going to put a light in between each set of trusses here, and just have one more light over on the side over there because I don't have a workbench over there and don't see as much detail. So I'm not only, I'm gonna live on the edge, and I'm not only going to have things not evenly spaced across, I'm not going to have them easily spaced along the length. But hey, I guess I'm growing as a person to be able to do something like that. Here are the new lights that I got. I got 12 of them. That's enough for 4 along each row. And I probably should have got 16, and I may end up going back and getting 4 more if they have them, and not even use those old fluorescent lights, because at some point those tubes are going to go bad and I may not even be able to replace them. But these are LED lights, and they're also, if you note, linkable. That means you can plug one into the other and run them all off one power line. And I'm going to be, these were a great deal too. They were $14 a piece. And the ones that usually are linkable like that, and not just a single light you can plug into an extension cord, those are usually like $40 a pop. So hopefully these will work out. But so I'm going to bring you along now as I try to at least string up the first set of lights that are over, that'll be over my workbench. As you can see, this is how they're designed to be hung. Or you can actually put some screws directly in a solid surface and then slide them to the little keyholes, but I'm not going to do that. But it's the same on each end. And there's the power cord. They're 4 feet long, and it's 5 feet between the trusses. So with the extra little links of the chains, I'm going to have to put some longer hooks or maybe put some boards up there to screw into, because I don't need to do the overkill like I did with these. These I put like a 2x2 all along the length, and you know, these light fixtures, they don't really weigh very much. The only problem was I wasn't able to attach them, even though they're longer than the spacing between the trusses. I put them like this evenly spaced, and they weren't they wouldn't attach. There was I couldn't attach them evenly. So I'm going to go ahead and make a shot at just trying to put these other lights up with a minimum of extra structure. What I'm going to do is up here is over the, well, you can back off there a little bit, boy. Up here is over the workbench. I'm going to actually put it back so that most of the light's going to be this way. I'm not going to end up placed with any shadows, just a little bit off here. And first of all, oops, probably should have the boy hand me these before I step on them, or actually I can't even.
You wanted me to hold the selfie stick.
That's fine. I can't seem to find my, oh, here they are. Somebody moved them.
Must have been the dog.
Yeah, maybe it was Hazel. Anyway, gonna take, just gonna use this and do it
quality content.
Yeah. There. Alrighty, I'm just gonna go ahead, and that looks like a good distance there. Put it up, well, like 3/4 of an inch. That looks good. And I'll do that on the other side too. Alrighty, we've got these hooks for hanging the lights by the chains, and I'm just gonna run them in there, poke a little hole, and that's not good enough. They're small, so I don't want to drill a hole because the smallest drill bit I think is actually too big. There we go, it started biting. And one thing you can do is, there's a way to twist them in, or you can use a
oh gosh,
pair of pliers. Are you sure it's even looking at it?
I'm pretty sure it is.
Well, what are you doing? No, just, okay.
Down there all I was getting was palm of your hand and a little flash of light from the screw.
There we go. Okay, here's one of the ways for hanging it, which I think I showed you already. I've got the chains attached. Now that's probably going to put them under tension a little bit. We'll see. It's going to have to stretch it too far. Oh, actually.
Yay. It's nice and angled. Is that at an angle?
Well, it's just because they just have to put the chain correctly.
Forgot where I was pointing the camera. It worked.
Yeah, it's kind of throwing me. Didn't have to change anything or make an adjustment or just, actually here. This is not what I'm going to do. I'm going to plug it in and see if the thing actually functions.
Here,
what do you know?
Bend down so you can be in the lighting.
What do you know?
Wow, that was great.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I looked. Ow.
Here we go. All right. No, I'm going to do that for the other two bays here.